Hi, this is Ron Tube. Today on the Hunter Colour Wild, we're here to review the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack DLC, which releases on December the 3rd. It includes 3 bolt action rifles created based on the community polls, which was ran in August, and we all decided which we wanted, and we're going to be doing a deep review today of everything to do with this rifle pack. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Now we're at Hirschfelden Rifle Range. Let's take a look at the rifles and what is included in this Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack DLC. So there's 3 bolt action rifles. The first is the Force Elite 300. As you can see, it weighs 3. The accuracy is 85. Recoil is 40. Reload speed 49. And hip shot is 80. And it's got a 6-round magazine. You can see the cost is free because it's part of a rifle pack. So basically, once you've paid for the DLC, if it's a rifle pack or a weapon pack, you don't have to pay anything in game for it. Now there's 2 types of bullets. You've got the 7.62 by 35mm. You've got polymer tips and you've got soft points. So let's go over the details of those, the differences. You can see the cost: $5.30 for polymer tips, $3.50 for the soft points. So first of all, the polymer tips. So effective range 150 meters. We'll test that out in the range in a minute. Penetration 32, expansion 7, and recommended classes 3 to 6. So that's the polymer tips. Now onto the soft points. So soft points are a little bit cheaper, but most people use polymer tips. It's really up to you what you want to use. They do have different reasons for using them. The effective range is the same, 150. Penetration is 15, expansion 21. The classes are the same. So it's basically penetration and expansion are the differences between polymer tips and soft points, as you can see. So it's really up to you what you want to use, but most people use polymer tips. I do. I use polymer tips for literally everything. Right, on to the next rifle. Where is it? Just going to find it. So we've got the Johansson 450. So there you go. It weighs 3. Accuracy is 40. Recoil is 50. Reload speed 40. Hip shot 30. And it's a 5-round mag. So, as you can see, it's free as well. So all of them will be free. 2 types of bullets: polymer tip and soft point as usual. 450 polymer tip, 450 soft point. Let's go over the details for the polymer tip. So effective range is 150 meters, penetration 35, expansion 8, and this covers classes 4 to 7. Let's look at the soft points now. A little bit cheaper. So effective range is the same, 150 meters. The penetration is 16, expansion is 29, and classes are the same, 4 to 7. As usual, the penetration and expansion is the only difference with polymer tips and soft points. Again, I only use polymer tips mainly myself. Right, on to the third and final rifle in the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack, and it's the one I'm most looking forward to testing. It's a Valgarda 375. We're just got to find it in the list. There we go. So as you can see, it weighs 4. The accuracy is 95. Recoil is 100, so it's got a kick to it. Reload speed is 45. Hip shot 50, and it's a 4-round magazine. So can't wait to test this out. I'm drooling at the aspect of trying this. So you've got 375 polymer tips and 375 soft points. There you go. The effective range is 200 meters on these. Penetration is 48. Expansion 15, and it's for the big boys, classes 7 to 9. So can't wait to see what this is like on a big game. This is for the soft points. So effective range is the same again. Penetration is 19. Expansion is 28. And recommended classes, again, 7 to 9. So this is just for big animals in Hunter Colour Wild, and it's going to be interesting to see how it performs. Right, so we've gone over the details. Let's see what they're like. Let's get the Force Elite for a start. We're going to go through all 3. I'll show you what they're like iron sighted, fire some shots off, and show you what the reload animations are like in great detail. Then we're going to test them at the range, see how accurate they are, or how accurate I am. So this is a Force Elite. I've got the Odin on, the scope. This is what it looks like iron sighted. Quite a nice clean iron sight on the Force Elite 300. This is what it sounds like. And here's the reload animation. Nice and slick. Well done. So that's the Force Elite 300 covered. Now let's check the next rifle, which is the Johansson 450. So what's this going to look like? So there's the iron sight for the Johansson 450. I don't know how that's going to work at the range, but we'll see in a minute. That's what it sounds like. And here's the reload animation. Again, nice and slick. So there's the Johansson 450. Now on to the final rifle of the pack, the Valgarda 375. Interesting iron sight. This is what it sounds like. And there's the reload animation. Nice and slick. So there's the 3 rifles of the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack. We've looked at all the details for them. We've looked at what they're like iron sighted, the reload animations, what they sound like. Now it's time to fire them at the range and see how accurate I am. This is my first time using them. I've not been practicing with them, so I don't know how this is going to go, but we're just going to do it raw, and you're going to see a first time use of these 3 bolt action rifles. I'm very interested to see how they perform. So first of all, we're going to try the Force Elite 300 at 150 meters. It's effective range. We'll try iron sighted first, then with a scope. 150 meters with a scope should be very easy, but iron sighted is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. But here it goes. Now these are going to be a lot harder to fire, I'm suspecting, than ARs. So let's see how we do. Not too bad. Need a bit of work. Always come to the ranges if you're not sure at distances. It really does help. You don't want to ruin one of your trophy animals with a bad shot. So I always come, especially with new guns or weapons, to the range and just check them out. But that wasn't too bad at 150 meters. The Force Elite 300 iron sighted, and as you can see with a scope on, it's literally could be done blindfolded. It's close with the Odin on. It makes it light work. So that's good at 150 meters. No one should really have a problem with that. I think iron sighted, if you practice a little at the range, you shouldn't have no problem either. So let's up the distance to say 200 now. Interesting to see how this is iron sighted at this range. Let's see how we do. Here it goes. 200 meters. So yeah, it's not too hard. Just take your time. And as you can see, we're pretty much in the money area. First time using it. So yeah, not bad. 200 meters is doable. Iron sighted. You're going to kill it at that, and that's the first time using it as well. So once you've been here, 10 or 15 minutes, dial it in, you will, be pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, there we go. So I'd say 200 meters iron sighted with the Force Elite 300 is easily doable with a little bit of practice. I wouldn't go over that iron sighted, to be honest, and most people won't. So it does what it needs to do at that range. As you can see, 200 meters with the scope on, very easy. And most people will fire about 150 to 200 meters is what most people will do. I normally fire between 300 and 400 meters. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like at the longer ranges. Let's try 400, shall we? Let's go straight up there. Now, I like to not use zeroing. I like to do it by eye, so let's have a look. There you go. So it's like 1 millidot down, basically. 1 dot down. And that's about 400 meters. So that is doable with a scope on 400 meters. It's about the dot. practice that if you like long range shooting. I like doing long range shots, and you're going to see me testing these guns at over 400 meters. So I want to see what they can do at the maximum ranges they can kind of fire. But as you can see, once you've practiced a little bit, it doesn't take long to dial that distance in. But yeah, as you can see, it's roughly like where the first dot is for 400 meters on the Force Elite with the Odin. Right, time to do the same with the Johansson 450. Let's see what this is like. We'll start at 150. Do iron sighted, and then we'll move up, do the same thing again. Expecting this to be a bit more difficult. The iron sight is not the clearest. So I have to concentrate a little bit more with this. This is my first time using it, so you're seeing exactly what's happening. Yeah, this iron sighted is definitely a bit more of a challenge to use. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people don't like using ARs because they're so easy. You can drill out shots, less recoil. So bolt action rifles are going to be a bit more specialised. But that's why we have a variety of weapons in the Hunter for a while, because some people like bolt rifles, some people like ARs. There's nothing wrong with what you like, just use what you want, and there's a tool for every job. I can see myself going on a specialised hunt, just bolt rifles, enjoy myself, and we're going to do that. We're going to test from the lowest class range in each gun to the highest of the range of each gun at extreme distances as well. Right. That's a Johansson 450. I must say the iron sight on them makes it a little tricky at distance. Even 150 meters, it's not as simple iron sighted as say like the Force Elite is. So it makes a big difference. With a scope on, the Odin, super accurate. So no problem there. That's got a little bit of a kick as well, so interesting to see how this performs when we actually take it out hunting. And no problem with the Odin on. Right, let's up the distance. I'm not going over 150 meters iron sighted. I don't see the point. As you can see, it wasn't like the easiest at 150 meters iron sighted, basically because of how the sight was. But what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to 400 with a scope. I want to see what the drop's like, and it's roughly about the same. So 400 meters. First dot on the scope, it's about that. You know what I mean? You just got to take your time, steady it. Some of these might look a bit loose, what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to gauge and feel what it feels like. Do you know what I mean? And then basically what I'll do is, after the video's done, I'll just dial that in and keep practicing. But yeah, as you can see, first dot on the scope for 400 meters with the Odin. So that's not hard. As you can see, you can repeat that quite easily. So that's the Johansson 450 at 400 meters. It's hitting the target, just like the Force Elite is. Whether it'll do the same when we go out hunting, I don't know. And now it's time to test out the Valgarda 375, which I'm absolutely drooling about. This is my most wanted gun of this Hunter's Choice bolt action rifle pack. So can't wait to see how this performs. So we'll do 150 meters again. Iron sighted. Let's see what this one's like. You could do it like a green dot ideally, I think. But that is not super clear. Definitely need to concentrate, and it's got more recoil as well, so you have to allow for that. If you're going to go iron sighted with these bolt rifles, I'd definitely come to the range and practice first, just to get dialed in. We're sort of getting close now. But yeah, you can feel the kick on it. It definitely likes to jump up, but it has got 100 recoil, so you kind of expect it. It is a big game gun. Try a few more shots. It kicked up to the right. So yeah, this is at 150 meters, so you wouldn't want to shoot further than this, really. Not iron sighted. You got to remember, this is a big ass rifle. So you're going to get a big kick on it, you know what I mean? That's supposed to happen. So yeah, iron sighted with that 150 meters is not simple. You do have to concentrate. With a scope on it, like the Odin, it's super simple. But iron sighted, you do have to concentrate. Be interested to see how it performs at 400. It might be similar with like 1 dot down. There's not too much bullet drop in Hunter Colorado, but we will see. Let me know, do you like using zeroing? Or are you like me, do you like to do it by eye? It doesn't matter which way you like to do it. There's no wrong or right way. Just people like to do it their own way, you know what I mean? But I like to actually not use zeroing. The only time I use zeroing is for the Gandir rifle. That's the only reason I use it. And you have to do that to get the scope to come up. That's the only reason I've got it on, but I don't actually use it. So we're starting to get it dialed in a bit now. I've got my idea of where they kind of shoot, the 3 rifles. So what we'll do is, we'll up the range to 400 meters. And let's see how accurate we are with the Valgorda 375. I'm so interested to see how this does at range. Especially on like classes 7 to 9, which is what you can use this for. So I want to know what it hits like, do you know what I mean, on a big game. Look at the kick on that. You can tell it's got 100 recoil. So as I thought, about 1 dot down, 400 meters, and you're about on the money. You're in the kill area, so it's just down to refining that. A little high, but it has got a lot of recoil, so you've got to really like hold your breath and time your shot with this. Concentrate a bit more. But as you can see, we're pretty much in the money at 400 meters. First time using it with the Odin. Just under the first dot at 400 meters. So yeah, you can repeat that then. So now we know roughly where to shoot. But you have got to like hold the sway, allow for the recoil with this Valgorda 375. So that's all the rifles tested at the range, all the details covered, the sounds, the animations. Now it's time to go and hunt with them and see how they perform. It's all good being good at the range, but what are they like out hunting? That is the real proof in the pudding. So first of all, we have got the Force Elite 300. We have the angler scope on at night. We've come to hunt some pronghorn at long distance. And I've just realised with this scope, I've got no, you know what I mean, no direction of where to aim. So it's all by guesswork. So hopefully I'm just going to assume where I would shoot based off the range, but we've got no, you know what I mean, we could do a better, could have changed the reticle maybe, but let's see how we do on this pronghorn. We have hit it. It's roughly about 380 to 400 meters. Now, will it drop it? Now, the Force Elite 300 is classes 3 to 6, so a pronghorn is class 3. So we're going to shoot bottom of the range of each gun in classes, and then we're going to shoot the highest class in their range. And we're going to do this at distance as well, so you'll know what to expect when you shoot these. You know what I mean? If you really need to go for that shot at like 400 meters or more, you know what to expect. Can this gun take down that animal? So this is roughly about 380-ish meters, and it has. It's vitaled the pronghorn, class 3, with a lung shot. There you go, there's a distance, just over 380 meters. We did well as well, because the angler had no mil dots out like that on the scope, so I'm happy with that, I'll take it. So yeah, it does it at class 3 at long range. Now, will it do it at class 6? That's quite a jump up. So we're going to test that out right now. Where should we go? Let's go to Yukon. So I've come to Yukon Valley. We're going to try it on some caribou, which are class 6. Now we're going to do a broadside shot. I'm just hoping I don't get mauled by this grizzly bear behind me. Dial in the Odin. Hopefully make the shot. This is just over 300 meters, and this is a class 6 animal. So top end of what this gun can shoot. But that is dropping slowly, but it is dropping. That is going to die. So I'm guessing we've got a single lung on that. Just follow up the hill, and it should be down, or it's run out of render. We'll soon see. Have we hit a vital? Right, the grizzly bear's gone, so I don't need to worry about that. Now, did we get a vital? Let's see where we hit it and how far it was. So 302 meters and a right lung. So there you go. Class 6 animal, 4's elite, 300, classes 3 to 6. We've just proved that it does it at distance, and it does what it says on the tin. So thumbs up from Ron. Caribou down, and like I say, got no worries about carrying this about. So certain rifles are going to be really good for certain maps, and this 4's Elite 300 would be good at Silver Ridge Peaks because there's a lot of like 3 to class 6 animals there, so it'd be perfect for that. So now onto the Johansson 450, which is class 4 to 7. So class 4 has been tested first at 300 just over meters, and we're testing it on whitetail, and that has been melted. No messing with the Johansson 450 on a whitetail, 300 meters. That was down quicker than the recoil settled. So let's see where we hit it. Was it a double lung? Was it a heart? Where did we hit it? There you go, heart shot. Perfect heart shot. I'll take that. 350 meters, dropped it like a rock. So no problem with the Johansson 450 on class 4 animals. It should melt them, to be honest. So next we're going to try classes 7. So let's see how it performs on bigger game. This is the difference. It's alright shooting the lower range, but what about the higher range of a gun's limit? Do you know what I mean? So let's see how the Johansson 450 does on a class 7. So I've come to Silver Ridge Peaks. I was thinking there's black bear in this area, there's Rocky Mountain elk, both class 7. And here we got a bear chilling just over 400 meters. I thought, you'll do. Let's see how we do on the shot. The recoil is up there. We've definitely hit it, and its health is dropping fast, and it's just gone out of render. So that was 400, just over 400 meters. And it looked like it dropped it pretty easily. Let's go and collect it. So this is class 7. There you go. 405 meters. No problem at all. So the Johansson 450 did classes 4 to 7 easily at distance. You don't have to worry about that. So that's 2 of the rifles have passed the test. Next we're going to try the one I've most been waiting for, the Valgauda 375. That covers classes 7 to 9. So 7 to 9 at 400 odd meters. This is what I'm really waiting for, because I want to see how powerful it is compared to like the Arzina 300. And I know it's a bolt action rifle, and I expect it to be harder to shoot these distances, but I just want to see what the power it packs. You know what I mean? So we've got a Rocky Mountain elk. Just over 400 meters. First shot. We're going straight in. Class 7 animal, 400 meters plus. Valgauda 375, first test, and that's dropping fast. And I think it's down already. So not bad for the first shot over 400 meters on an animal. It was a Rocky Mountain elk, and it looks like it's melted it. This might be coming with me all the time. Where did we hit it? So right lung, liver, 403 meters. So no problem on class 7, which is what I wanted to see. Thought the recoil might be a little bit of a problem, but no. The only real disadvantage is you wouldn't be doing a follow-up shot with that, and it would be out of render anyway at that distance, so not really too much of a problem. Right, on to Class 9. Now, I've come to Sunderporton, Nepal Hunter Reserve, and we're going to test it on the mighty Yak. So 400 meters plus with the Valgauda 375 on a Class 9 animal, the wild Yak. How's it going to do? Broadside shot. This is what I most want to see out of this rifle pack. How does it do? And that is dropping fast. We've got a good shot. Now, where did we hit it? I'm really interested to see where we've got that. So I want to see, you know what I mean, the penetration it does on a Class 9 animal. I want to see how powerful it is. Left lung, right lung. 403 meters. That is mind-blowing. I thought we'd get like a single lung, but a double lung pass through at over 400 meters. The Valgauda 375 might just edge out the Arzina 300 for when I'm doing long range shots on big animals now. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy indeed. I did not expect that. I thought a single lung, but not double lung. That's mind blowing. So we might have the new most powerful rifle in the Hunter Call of Wild. So a short summary, and let's review the whole pack. So the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack DLC, what do I think of it? Overall, I'm going to give it, for a bolt action rifle pack, it's obviously not AR, so I'm going to judge it separate from an AR pack. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I don't think they could have made it much better, really. They all do what they should do. We've seen that at both the range and on animals in their classes. So the Force Elite Class 3 to 6, it did the Prong All, which is Class 3. It did, do you know what I mean? It did the Caribou Class 6, no problem at distance, so can't fault that. The Johansson, we did Class 4 to 7. That did what it needed to do. And the Valgauda has blew my mind. Class of 7 to 9. If you have the big game, especially, I would be carrying this. So the Valgauda 375, I would carry and play with every day. So when I look at a weapon pack, when it comes out, I look to see if there's at least one weapon I would use daily or every time I play the Hunter Call of Wild. And in this weapon pack, especially, the Valgauda 375 stands out, and I would use that every time I play. The Force Elite 300 does exactly what it needs to do. The Johansson 450, I enjoy using it, but the Valgauda 375 is my favourite of the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack. So we've been reviewing the Hunter's Choice Bolt Action Rifle Pack for the Hunter Call of Wild. It releases on December the 3rd. I'm RamTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.